Hello people, this is Tiffy again from TDTT. I demand that you share this video far and wide, that you shame devialet, because I don't think this is just happening to me. I might have small ears, but the problem with my ears is the devialet Gemini second generation don't fit my left ear properly. Now, I'm very limited in what I can wear because the problem is I can't wear headphones, as in over-the-ear things, as unfortunately they are so fucking big now that it doesn't matter what the brand is. A lot of these headphones are so big, like 400 grams in weight, that they fall off my head. And I can't even hold my head up, so I have to wear earbuds. Now, first, I couldn't wear the devialet Gemini first generation because the tips that came with them actually hurt my ears, something chronic, where I needed to get a prescription from my doctor in order to stop my ears from feeling swollen. And I'm a heavy user because I listen to everything all the time. And I'm, walking around the house and listening and all the rest of that shit. So I'm using them all the time. Then I discovered the double flange ear tips, and they were a fucking godsend, and I mean that. But the problem with the first generation of Gemini was the microphone was so huge. I could not clean the fucking things without them breaking in terms of the microphone being damaged. The microphone was so damaged on each of them. I went through about 7 pairs, spending maybe about $800 all up. Or actually, it could have been thousands of dollars. I'm not exactly sure because they were about $450 each back then. But I needed them. And it wasn't the tips that were a problem in the end. I could wear them for ages and not get an infection. In fact, I didn't have to use the eardrops for a while. A very long time, unless the tip got so loose that the sound port would poke through. But that was only after 8 months of use, and I could keep them going until then. But now with the second generation are way too small. Too small. And the problem is my left ear, just like everyone else's left ears, is bigger as opposed to the right ear. Devialet don't care. Devialet don't give a shit, and they don't give a shit because they want what they want and they want money. Unfortunately, in Australia, these cost $700. Not just with devialet, but others as well. But with devialet in particular, these cost $700. Now, what they have is an extremely long battery life, which I love. A tiny microphone, which makes it super easy for me to clean them so that I don't damage the microphones anymore. But they are too small in terms of the sound port. Maybe the sound port needed to be bigger. In fact, it does need to be bigger. But devialet don't care. I want hundreds of views on this particular video, and I want hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of shares. I want you to share this video and keep sharing and sharing and sharing until devialet are forced And I mean drastically forced to do something about this, because the problem is I wouldn't be the only one. But because I am totally blind in particular, I cannot just switch to another pair of earbuds, because VoiceOver, which is the screen reader on my iPhone, the problem with that is the Gemini app is accessible if you've got the Gemini earbuds in your ears. With other brands, I found that the apps were not accessible even to begin with and to end with. So I want all of you to share this video. I want thousands and thousands of views, not just hundreds anymore, thousands. Because the problem is devialet are actually physically hurting people, and they will continue to physically hurt people with these particular Geminis. And I can't use Comply because I've used Comply with the first generation and I could never get them on properly. And the problem with Comply is they are suitable for Gemini, but they are also apparently suitable for other brands at the same time, and that doesn't fit. It doesn't match. It doesn't work. So fucking share this, people. Share this with customer support at devialet. Make sure that you share this with the customer support team. Demand that they send this to the developer and engineer, and even to the owners themselves. They've only been around since 2007.